Latest transfer update. Rafinha is a player that Barcelona are working so hard to renew his contract. Laporta is working with Deco. They are pushing, they are trying to get it over the line. This is a player they love so much. They don't want Rafinha to enter 1 year of his contract, like last 1 year of his contract. So Barcelona are pushing to get him to extend his contract. You know that before now that Rafinha is a valuable player for Barcelona, even though last season, at the end of the tenure of Xavi, a lot of Barcelona fans wanted Rafinha out of the club, but he turned it around. He scored a lot of goals, provided assists. In fact, he's one of the senior leaders at Barcelona Football Club right now, and Hansi Flick counts on him. Hansi Flick have instructed the club that they should do everything possible to renew the contract of Rafinha. Barcelona are worried that if they allow the contract to run down into the remaining 1 year, it will be a problem for them because then Rafinha will start receiving offers from other clubs. Not only that, they cannot even be able to ask for a better fee. But if they renew the contract, even if Rafinha wants to leave, Barcelona will be in a better bargaining position to be able to demand for a significant transfer fee. But right now, Rafinha is in love with Barcelona. Rafinha loves what is happening. Rafinha loves the project. So it is like it takes two to tango. Both of them are on the same page. So it will not be an issue. Barcelona will be renewing the contract of Rafinha as quickly as possible. Secondly, the contract of Lamine Yamal have now been agreed. Laporta confirmed it that everything is already agreed. They wanted Lamine Yamal to stay. Of course, Lamine Yamal loves Barcelona. He's a La Masia product and he wants to take the club to the next level. You know that Lamine Yamal have already promised the club that he will return the Champions League back to Camp Nou. Camp Nou, where Barcelona will return to by September of this year, because they will play 1 month in the this stadium they are playing currently, and then they will return to Camp Nou in September. Yamal have promised them that he will return the Champions League to Camp Nou, and also told them that they should not get tired of winning, because this is just the beginning of an era. They will go on a winning run, and Yamal now is about to renew his contract to be able to fulfill all those promises for Barcelona Football Club. Thirdly, Frankie de Jong is a player that Laporte is now very, very happy with. Before now, every transfer season, we normally hear about, Frankie de Jong, Barcelona trying to push him out, Barcelona wanting him to leave. But right now, it looks as if the guy have turned it around, the way he's performing with Pedri. Laporta said that they want to do everything that he requires to make sure they keep, Frankie de Jong at the club. So expect Barcelona to be able to push hard to renew the contract of, Frankie de Jong. All these things are what Barcelona are working on, because if you look at it, they felt like they've gathered a good bunch of players now that can be able to play together in 3, 4, 5, 6 years. So they want to keep all of them together, while Hansi Flick will also be at the helm pushing them. You already know that Hansi Flick have now renewed his contract, and it's just remaining for it to be official, 1 year extra, and Hansi Flick is looking forward to next season to go one step further, because he said that they can do much better, and that much better means winning everything they want this season and also trying to win the Champions League. So all these players are what Barcelona are working on to be able to make changes. One more for you to know. Barcelona are also pushing for Szczesny to stay. Laporta says that they want the Szczesny to stay. Like, you can see him enjoying himself, smoking his cigar after winning, the La Liga. They want him to stay. But Laporta also acknowledged that they have good goalkeeper in the academy or in the second team. So they are now looking at a scenario where it might be Szczesny will not want to stay. Remember, Barcelona have offered Szczesny a new contract, and Szczesny said that he will wait till the end of the season to be able to reassess his options, to be able to decide with his family. Remember, this is a player that have already retired, so he's already in retirement mood. And then before Barcelona called him back, so right now he needs to assess himself to see whether he still have the energy to continue. On the other side, Emi Martinez is an important one for you to know. Emi Martinez is a goalkeeper that bidded his final farewell to Aston Villa. After the game they played, winning Tottenham Hotspur 2-0, he cried and waved his final goodbye. He's a goalkeeper that is open to leaving Aston Villa. He wants to try something new, and there are offers for Emi Martinez coming from Barcelona, from Manchester United, and Saudi Pro League. These three, clubs, or these three leagues are fighting for Emi Martinez. Manchester United are looking forward to provide a stand, competition for Nana. They don't really too believe in Onana because of the howlers and the mistakes he's making, so they're looking for an experienced goalkeeper. Remember, Emi Martinez is the best goalkeeper in the world, won the World Cup, won, Copa America, is always winning important things, and also did a lot of good job with, Aston Villa, going to Europe. Also, even at Arsenal, even though he didn't really, manage to get himself as number one at Arsenal, right now, he feels like it's the right moment for him to go to another club. So probably keep an eye on this. If Szczesny is leaving Barcelona, probably Barcelona are looking to replace him with Emi Martinez. Maybe something is already happening on the background. Manchester United are also there. I'll be bringing you the information as they happen. Ryan Cherki have decided to leave Olympic Lyon. This is a player Chelsea have courted for a very long time. If you know Ryan Cherki, there's a time Chelsea wanted to sign him, and then he had a blip, and then everybody thought like, oh, he's not what Chelsea needed. But this season, he is one of the two players that found themselves in French League One team of the season that is dominated by PSG players, 9 PSG players, and 2 players from other club. One of those players is Ryan Cherki and the goalkeeper from Lyon. They are the only 2 players that were in the team of the season. For him to be there, you already know the guy has scored a lot of goals, created a lot of chances, played very well. Very very good player. Now he has already thanked the president, thanked the fans. He is happy to try something else. He said that he wants to leave the club, so he will be looking for another club, and there will be a lot of offers from different clubs. It's left for us to see whether Chelsea will go back to him. Alexander Lacazette is also leaving Lyon. He has played his final game yesterday for Lyon. He wants to leave, and they're not renewing his contract. Probably he's going to leave as a free agent. Let's go to AC Milan. Kyle Walker will be leaving AC Milan, returning to Manchester City. AC Milan will not be triggering the 5 million release deal for Kyle Walker, so expect Kyle Walker to return to Manchester City. Manchester City are also planning ahead. They don't want to get Kyle Walker into the squad. They want to, send Kyle Walker away. Kyle Walker's time at Manchester City is over. They will find a solution to find a club for him. The same thing with João Felix. João Felix will be returning back to Chelsea. AC Milan are not ready to trigger that option, so João Felix expect him to return to Chelsea. Enzo Maresca does not count João Felix as a member of the squad anymore. They don't see that he can be able to, play with the squad again. Probably because his work rate, his personality and everything. They feel like he's not the right profile for the team. Expect João Felix to return to Chelsea, and he will be going out either on loan or they will be finding a solution. Saudi Pro League is there. Some teams from Brazil are also looking forward to signing him, so he will have a lot of options. For Liverpool Football Club, Frimpong is a done deal. Liverpool have triggered the 35 million release clause. This is a done deal. He will be traveling to Liverpool tomorrow for medicals, and this is an important one for Liverpool. He will be the first signing. Liverpool are still pushing for Milos Kekes and other players, but Frimpong is a player that will be moving to Liverpool. He agreed a 5-year deal to join Liverpool. He will now team up with Arne Slot, who is also a Dutch, and Liverpool will be able to receive, Frimpong's dance. He's dancing, and he's an important character in the dressing room. He's always happy. He's always, he has the personality to keep the squad happy. He's always celebrating with others. Mo Salah and all these other players will love him. Van Dijk is also a Dutch. So now they're building a little bit of Dutch connection at Liverpool. And the slot, Van Dijk, Cody Gakpo is an important one with Frimpong, and this will now help the club to move in the right direction. Remember, Liverpool want to strengthen the squad, and Liverpool want to spend heavily in this summer to be able to rebuild the squad so that they can be able to go heavily next season. For the housing have already agreed a deal to join, Real Madrid Football Club. 5-year deal already agreed. Real Madrid have already triggered the 50 million, release clause. Dean Housen completed his medical in London. Everything is said to be done. Dean Housen will be teaming up with Xabi Alonso, who is going to be the new manager of Real Madrid Football Club. Alonso have played his final game for Leverkusen yesterday. Now Alonso is free with his backroom staff to join Real Madrid Football Club. Real Madrid have now signed 2 players. Trent Alexander-Arnold signed free of charge from Liverpool Football Club, and now Dean Housen. Real Madrid are also in the market looking for a left back, a central defender, and also a midfielder. Expect Real Madrid to go heavily. They want to back, Xabi Alonso to be able to give his best for Real Madrid. They want to recollect the cups back from Barcelona and try to go again and win the Champions League. Remember, Xabi Alonso will start his reign at Real Madrid any moment from now because they will be preparing for the Club World Cup. So it is an important one. For Victor Gyökeres, Sporting CP have decided to sell Victor Gyökeres for 60 million euros. That is 54 million pounds. Arsenal are looking at it. This is a goal machine, a player that have now scored 39 good goals this season. Massive number of goals. He's leading the European Golden Boot. He's a very, very good player. Arsenal have been in the market looking for different strikers. But what is happening right now at Arsenal is that there is a disconnect or disagreement between Mikel Arteta and Andre Beta. Mikel Arteta wanted Arsenal to sign Benjamin Sesko, who is also valued around 60 million. Andre Beta wanted Arsenal to sign, Gyökeres, who is also valued around the 60 million mark. Both of them are good strikers. Arteta felt like Sesko will be an important striker for him, but Andre Beta looked at the statistics and the data and everything that Edu have already started. Remember, Edu pushed to sign, Gyökeres earlier before leaving Arsenal. He met with the agent, he inquired about the deal, inquired about the possibility to move him. Right now, Andre Beta is favoring Gyökeres over Sesko. Even Mikel Arteta is interested in Sesko, but they've not really found a conclusion or found an agreement on the player to go for. For Gyökeres said that he's open to new, challenge, that he doesn't know what will happen in the future, but he wants to enjoy winning the title with Sporting CP. That future will take care of himself. Expect this guy to have multiple offers and probably Arsenal in the leading race. If Arsenal and Andre Beta can come to a conclusion to decide on the player to sign. Manchester United will not be sacking Ruben Amorim whether they win the Europa League or not. They have decided to back him. They've decided that it is not time to make another change. They have made multiple changes at Manchester United. They feel like now is to consolidate, build with Amorim. Even though Amorim himself said that if things do not improve, if they keep on losing by next season, that he will walk away by himself. But Manchester United see Amorim as an important manager for the future. They feel like he will be the manager to lead Manchester United to a new era. Even though the start is very difficult, they feel like things can get better if they can be able to recruit rightly in the market, go in the market to be able to get the right players. Remember, Manchester United have also tried to sign, Luis Ocampos from PSG, who is out of contract. They feel like this is a sporting director that they can get in that will help Ruben Amorim build the squad that they want to build so that they can be able to compete on all fronts. This season has been a very bad one for Manchester United. The club at this magnitude, finishing, between 15th and 16th with Tottenham is very bad one. And then Manchester United will be fighting in the Europa League final, which is the last, hope for them to play in Europe. They need to win Europa League final. The same situation with Tottenham, and it's going to be an interesting one. So we are looking forward to having Ruben Amorim also being at helm of affairs for Manchester United next season. William Saliba, Arsenal are pushing to renew the contract of William Saliba. William Saliba was, conducting an interview this past week. He was asked who is the most, difficult striker he has faced. He said Kylian Mbappe. He was not asked whether he would prefer to play with Kylian Mbappe or against Kylian Mbappe. He said, of course, it would be better for him to play with Kylian Mbappe. Remember, Real Madrid are pushing to sign Saliba. Real Madrid are interested in him. Arsenal are pushing to renew his contract. So these are the things that Arsenal are trying to fix to make sure that William Saliba do not leave for close to nothing, or William Saliba leaving right now. Arsenal wants him to stay. Arsenal see him as an important member of the squad for now and in the future. But for William Saliba, he wants to win. He wants to play for the biggest club in the world. So Andre Beta is also pushing. They are trying to get an agreement with William Saliba to make sure that they renew the contract of William Saliba so that he can remain at Arsenal. So expect any movement either from Arsenal or Real Madrid for Saliba this summer. For Real Madrid again, Vini Jr. and Real Madrid are paused in the negotiation for the new contract. Vini Jr. is demanding 30 million euros. The directors at Real Madrid are saying 20 million maximum. So right now the negotiations are paused. They are looking to reopen the negotiation maybe sometime later. But right now there is no conversation. Vini Jr. felt like he deserved 30 million since Mbappe is also on 30 million. So he's pushing for him to also be on 30 million. But Real Madrid are saying that they value Vini Jr. at 20 million max. Mbappe is on a different level. So we will see what happens. So these are all the transfer updates in this hour. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Remember, if you need any jersey from any style, from your club, new season, old season, tracksuit, everything that pertaining to your football club, slide into my DM. I have all these things in stock, and let's have a deal. Thank you.